What's going on? You're watching NFL Daily, and if you came here for some news and rumors around the Bears, you're in luck. And I'm your host, Mitchell Renz. Interact with me on IG and Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365. Let's get in on now to the first thing, because this one just went down. Haha, Clinton-Dix is the newest member of the Chicago Bears, and personally, I love Clinton-Dix. Now, maybe not as much as Monica, but this deal to me makes a lot of sense. 1 year, $3.5 million, and in my opinion, it's a prove-it deal for Haha. Clinton-Dix is one of those players in 2017, was a Pro Bowl caliber player. And then he had a down year in 2018. Let's be real, he did not play well with the Packers, then he went over to the Redskins, and he struggled there as well. So this type of deal for Haha Clinton-Dix, I think for the Bears, is a great move. You lost on Adrian Amos. He went somewhere else, 4 years, 37. You're going to be able to pen now Clinton-Dix with Eddie Jackson. Yeah, sign me up for that, because we also know the Bears probably are going to miss out on Bryce Callahan. Now, the Bears this offseason have signed 4 players, and the 4 players here, the most recent one is Haha Clinton-Dix, and I'm going to say it again. As many times as I can say Clinton-Dix on air as they'll allow me here at Chat Sports, guess what? I'm going to do it. Buster Screen, 3 years, $16.5 million. I don't know who the agent is there, but it's a pretty interesting deal. Y'all can hate on me. Now, the Cordell Patterson move, I absolutely love. 2 years, $10 million. Now, I think they need to use him like the Patriots used him. Here's the thing, though. I'm a little bit worried that Matt Nagy is going to try to use Cordell Patterson like Tyreek Hill. The idea sounds fun, but nobody is Tyreek Hill in the NFL. And then Mike Davis, 2 years, $6 million. Going to add another running back depth there. Perhaps, they could be moving on from Jordan Howard, but they're not done with those 4. They've also added these 4 players. Ted Larsen, 1 year. The money is still yet to be determined, but going to help out the guard positions there. Isaiah Irving, another 1 year deal. Rashad Coward, not an actual coward though. And then Ben Braunecker for 2 years, another good cornerback there. The Bears added 8 players. So, I want to know from everybody watching, grade the Bears so far in free agency. My dude Tom Downey at What Going Downey is giving them a D+. And if you want to go give Tom the D, hit him up at Twitter at What Going Downey. And then Renz, that's me. My early grade for the Bears this free agency period is a C-. Now, here's the thing. You're going to potentially let Jordan Howard go. Yes, it's not free agency, but it's still part of it. But then Buster Screen, not excited about that. There was rumors around Le'Veon Bell. He didn't come through. At the end of the day, for me, I'm not maybe your conventional student where you give away A's and B's. C to me is average. They had a little bit of a below average grade. But let me know what you think on IG and Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365. Let's head in on now to my next little news and rumors bit. Did the Bears pursue Le'Veon Bell? Well, Le'Veon Bell signed with the Jets for 4 years, $52.5 million. And there were ultimately reports out there that the Bears were interested in potentially getting Bell. Here's the thing. More recent reports have come out and said that the Bears didn't really heavily pursue Le'Veon Bell. And when I look at Le'Veon his past 4 years, well, I should say his last 4 active years, because he didn't play in 2018. Again, I think the Bears have a very solid system, have a solid team. With Nagy, I love Tariq Cohen. And sure, Le'Veon Bell is a great running back. But did the Bears have the type of money that you can go out to be able to get a player who signed a 4-year, $52.5 million deal? That I'm not quite sure. But what we do here at Chat Sports, these shows aren't about us. They're about the loyal subscribers. And if you're not already subscribed, get with the program. YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV. So I'm going to ask everybody watching, okay? You're watching on Facebook, you're watching on YouTube. Let me know. Should the Bears have signed Le'Veon Bell? And you type Y for yes or type N for no. Be an overachiever. Tell me why. Y for yes, N for no. I know I'm new to this show, and if you don't like it, well, too bad. I also cover the Raiders. I cover NFL Daily stuff all the time. But if you think that you're smarter than me, Bears fans, let me hear it at IG and Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365. But also prove it at BetDSI. Go to chatsports.com/bet. If you like betting on NFL games, you want to bet against me in March Madness, you want to bet on the NFL Draft, you can do it all at BetDSI. Remember, use our promo code LIVE120, 120% deposit bonus. My next deal, which is also saving me a whole bunch of money, is with Khalil Mack. And this is a really interesting deal, okay? So the Bears created $11 million worth of room by converting $13 million of Mack's base salary and roster bonus, and they turned it into signing bonus, okay? So at the time when this was done, the Bears were trying to just create a little bit more room in hopes that maybe they could land a big name free agent. Now, if they were going to go out and sign a safety, again, we know some of the bigger name free agent safeties that were out there. Landon Collins, Earl Thomas, Eric Berry. I kid. But some of these other players who were potentially going to be options for the Bears, they created a lot of extra room there, and now, maybe because they missed out on some of those other players, they were able to go out and get a player like Clinton-Dix for $3.5 million, which, again, I think is actually a really good deal, a type of prove-it deal for a player who, in 2017, was a Pro Bowl player. Next player that the Bears signed, and I like this one a little bit because, again, I think it's just going to add at least some depth, 31-year-old Ted Larsen, offensive guard from the Dolphins, and the Dolphins just had a lot of issues with cap space and whatnot, and they didn't want to bring him back for over $2 million, and I understand it to a certain degree. Now, here's the thing. Larsen has started in 86 of the 125 games that he's been in on an NFL roster. So, at the end of the day, if the Bears, who I think we can agree have one of the more rounded teams in the NFL, I'd make the argument that the most rounded team in the NFL, offensive defense, Ted Larsen's going to be able to swoop in there and be another body for the offensive line. The Bears, how many games will the Bears win in 2019? They were 12-4. They had a great year. They won the North. But I want to know from everybody watching, how many games will the Bears win in 2019? And if you want to bet on how many games the Bears are going to win, guess what? I got a really cool place where you can do it. And you ready? It's BetDSI. Go to chatsports.com/bet. Use our promo code LIVE120 for 120% deposit bonus. If you think the Bears are going to win the Super Bowl, be a big baller. Go put down your money at BetDSI, the internet's #1 sports book. Or if you're like Mitch, that's too far in advance. You want to bet on March Madness? You want to bet on the NBA? You can do it at BetDSI, chatsports.com/bet. All right, next one, which is technically official. It's the Bears release Cody Parkey. And this one technically happened 3 weeks ago, but because of the new year, now it's official. Parkey in the regular season was okay. 23 of 30 field goals, which is great. But he missed a chip shot against the Eagles in the playoffs, and basically social media went insane. He missed it. There's t-shirts out there. If you Google Cody Parkey, the first thing that comes up are t-shirts about Cody Parkey missing a field goal. That's how bad it was. So ultimately, I'm not surprised that the Bears are moving on from Cody Parkey because should have won that game against the Eagles. Let's be real. All right, next rumor coming in here. Are the Bears going to trade Jordan Howard? And this is an interesting one. And I think Jordan Howard is a talented running back. But I think the people who watch this show, again, can agree that Jordan Howard, I just don't think ultimately fit very well with Matt Nagy's offense. And when I look at his stats from this past year, sure, he had 9 rushing touchdowns. Sure, he had 935 rushing yards. But 3.7 yards per carry on 250 carries, I think we can, again, he just wasn't a great fit. When I look to see what he did in 2017, he was a lot better. 4.7 yards per carry, over 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. But what he was his rookie season, I mean, think about it. 1,313 yards. The only running back that had more rushing yards than Jordan Howard was Ezekiel Elliott. And 6 touchdowns, I think that had more to do with the Bears team in general. They weren't as good as what they were in 2018. But 5.2 yards per carry. Jordan Howard is a very young and talented running back. And it's a shame. It is a shame. But I think right now when I look at some of these people who could be interested in him, reports are right now that the Raiders, the Eagles are the 2 most heavily interested teams in Jordan Howard. So I put together a nice little trade graphic here of what the Bears could potentially do. This is one that I floated around on my Raiders show. Yeah, Jordan Howard, the Raiders receive him. Then the Bears get a 4th and 5th round pick. Like, I think they could get more for Jordan Howard, and I think they should get more for Jordan Howard. But if I'm another NFL team like the Raiders, I'm going to say, okay, you're putting Jordan Howard on the trading block. Why would I invest more in that when I know that you're trying to look other ways? Especially when I know you just went out and signed Mike Davis, 2 years, $6 million. If you guys don't like this, let me have it on IG or Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365 because I do. I cover the Raiders and I cover other NFL shows here at Chat Sports. So the rumor was the Bears are going to trade Jordan Howard, but as I've stated multiple times, this show isn't about me. It's about y'all. So, do you want the Bears to trade Jordan Howard? Type T for trade or type K for keep. If you're going to type T for trade, be an overachiever. Hit me up on IG or Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365. Give me your trade projections, and make sure you guys subscribe, youtube.com/chatsportstv.